Hello, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to give you 5 reasons why we think every motorcyclist should have a go at trials riding. We started it a few years back. A couple of friends of ours knew it, were doing it and said that we should give it a try. We've absolutely loved it. We're not very good at it, but today we'll show you why we think you should have a go. We're at Non-Stop Trial Centre, Ammerford, South Wales, and we're going to give it a go today.
Yeah, so we fell into trials a few years ago. We're not very good at it, so you're not going to be impressed by our riding. If you're expecting that, then you might be disappointed. This is about why we think riding trials bikes has transformed our road riding.
What we've got out of it, and we've got an awful lot. It's made such a big difference to the road riding.
Definitely, yes. We'd never ridden off-road at all in our lives until we started doing this. So, yeah, we'll go through the 5 reasons, and well, you make your own mind up.
Okay, so what's reason number 1 then?
Well, reason number 1, I think, is bike control.
Okay.
So throttle and clutch.
Yeah.
And brake, I suppose. I could never have ridden like this before. Yeah, this slowly without falling.
And what is it you're doing?
So on a trials bike, the clutch and the throttle are really sensitive, very, very light. So it's the tiniest of inputs. Tiniest of inputs.
And of course the other thing about a trials bike is the idle's really low.
Correct. So it's much harder to stall than say a road bike.
Yeah. Well done.
So there I'm using the tiniest amount of throttle, just enough that's needed really, and clutch control.
Any brake?
A little bit of rear brake, yeah, a little bit. Lots of trials is mostly around the rear brake, which is slightly unfortunate because on Kate's bike her rear brakes failed today. But yeah, mostly rear brake. One thing we find quite interesting is when you get a lot of people come and try trials who come from maybe a motocross background, and they're used to this, giving it lots of this. And when it comes to going up steep climbs, and maybe we'll show some of that later, they're great at it. When it comes to stuff like this, they can't do it, or they find it harder. Can't do it, it's too harsh. They find it harder because it's not about giving it that, it's about not giving it that. And those, those finite controls. Trials teaches you so much about that. Do you? I think you agree.
Yeah, completely. And so then it becomes interesting when you're on the road, and if you need to feel that you've got the confidence, you've got control over the clutch, over the brake, and you know when and where to use it, it just comes second nature.
It's a slow speed manoeuvring, like if you're doing a turn in the road or something like that.
Yeah. So what Matt's demonstrating here is, balance is obviously important on a bike, whatever speed you're doing, but the slower the speed you're going, the more you need to counterbalance the weight of that bike. And being mostly road riders, and sometime on track, you get used to hanging off on the inside of the bend, and then you get to trials, and you learn the other way of the bike because of the speed that you're doing. So you can see he's got his body all the way over to the right while he's turning left. Now, I really struggled with this and fell off a lot when first learning the slow stuff on the trials. Matt adapts it way quicker than I do.
I know you're all hoping for me to fall off. It will happen, don't worry. Take 2.
Hopefully you can see just how tight this circular tyres is. And now he's needing to adjust his body weight to get round those last bits. Hold the bike there. Oh, almost had it as well.
Get the idea.
It's not as easy as it looks. And it doesn't look easy.
How are we doing?
doing good, and the weather's doing all right as well.
Yeah, it started raining a bit, but that's okay. Only like rain. We're under the trees here, and that's one of the things that Trials has brought. Probably one of the biggest things, I think. We're predominantly road riders, and we don't ride on wet roads. We don't ride once the roads get treated with salt and stuff like that. We don't like our bikes getting dirty. I know some people are happy to ride all year, but we're not.
No, we're not. We don't ride on the road all year.
We don't ride on the road all year, and we never used to. So before we were doing Trials, the season had just come to an end, and we'd be kicking our heels, going nuts because we're absolutely bike mad. We'd be riding every weekend. So Trials allows us to do what we want. When the weather's not so good, it doesn't really make much difference. Unless the weather's horrendous, we'll still come and have a go. Yeah, which is great. Extended the bike season, brilliant.
And it links us into one of the other reasons, of course, why we like Trials riding.
So that's reason 4, which is fitness.
Yeah.
So this is hard work. It might not look it. I promise you, if you've never done Trials, you will not believe how hard it is riding a bike at 5 miles an hour. What do you reckon, Kate, fitness-wise?
It's absolutely brilliant for your fitness, your core stability, but also your stamina. And I think most people that ride bikes know there's only one way you can be bike fit, and that's if you're on a bike. So as you said, this extends the season for us.
Yeah, and it prepares us when we do track days and stuff in the summer. We hit that. It's certainly a little bit fitter than what we'd been if we'd just been sat on the sofa all winter watching telly and idiots like us on YouTube.
And it's a great environment to come and do it in.
It's a lovely place.
Come out in the middle of the countryside all year round. Brilliant.
Number 4, keeping fit. Absolutely. Yeah, after 5 minutes of doing this, absolutely blowing out my backside. You would never believe that riding so slow is so physical.
Well, I'm currently grounded at the moment, not just because I've got no rear brake on the bike, but because I need to keep on the flat, so avoiding anything too dangerous or too much fun. Making really good progress with the back, so I don't want to screw it up now. But what that means is I'm actually walking through these woods, trying to keep up with where Matt's going. And this is definitely doing lots for my fitness. So even if you don't ride the bike and all you do is follow on foot, it still keeps you fit.
Having fun.
Oh, it's great fun trying to find you.
I'm going to go down there, see if I find that funny.
Go then.
Okay, so Kate's on the bike now. She's on my bike because her bike has decided the rear brake's not going to work. I said on the camera earlier you won't be able to ride that much because you're back.
So I'm grounded to flat areas, nothing too interesting, nothing too dangerous, nothing too dodgy.
Still fun though?
Still fun.
Better than sitting on the sofa?
Definitely.
Okay. Watch the power of the vertigo. One thing that's worth adding is, there's younger people than us, I guess, fitter people than us, braver people than us here,
All of the above.
jumping over concrete blocks and all this sort of stuff, which is brilliant, great to see. But you don't have to do that. We ain't doing that.
You don't. And it's just nice to be on 2 wheels, outside in the country, enjoying yourself. You can be as adventurous as you want to be, or as not.
And one of the other things that I think I might have mentioned it earlier, not sure, is if the bike starts sliding around, you learn what to do.
Yeah.
When the rear loses traction and all that.
And that has been so vital in so many occasions out on the road. When you go around a bend, you find a bit of loose gravel or something, you just don't panic. Your muscle memory kicks in, you just ride through it.
Yeah.
It's
These are all good skills.
Did I mention it's good fun? Where we are at Non-Stop, it's got a whole variety of obstacles that you can do or not do. You can ride round if you're like me. You're more adventurous, some of them you can go over. And if you're very adventurous, as a lot of people are, they go with all sorts of things here. It's absolutely incredible. And you know, that would actually be way easier to do quicker. The thing with trials, it's not about doing it quicker, it's about doing it with skill, precision and technique. Should we see if we can do it again now? Balance, balance, balance. Oh, lost his balance. I think that's us pretty much done for the day. Some of the other people are leaving. Yep, definitely us done. Well, there you go then. That's our 5 reasons why all bikers should have a go at trials riding. There's something in it for everybody.
I think that's it. I think like today there's youngsters, people older than us. So you can be as venturous as, or not as you want. But for those 5 reasons,
yeah,
we think it makes you a better road rider and ultimately a safer road rider.
And it's a great thing to do at the weekend. If you need to have a look to find out where there is a place near you. Yeah. We're really lucky here. It's what, 35-40 minutes from us.
Yeah, it's sociable as well. Everyone's really friendly. There's more time sat around talking nonsense, eating and drinking than there is actually riding, I think. But it's quite a social thing. Everyone's always willing to help everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are, as Kate said, we're lucky. There's not too many places like this where you can just turn up, pay your money and then ride.
Which is called pay and play.
Pay and play, yeah. But there are trials clubs all over the UK. Also, there's places where you can book experiences where you know, they'll give you a bike, give you everything and just try it. And
I guess the thing that I'll add is you don't have to do a trial to do trials riding. So when I first started getting into it, one of the things I really didn't want to do was a competitive trial element. You don't need to do that if you don't want to. You can just jump on a bike and go ride around in the dirt. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, there is a big difference between just practicing like we are today and a competitive trial. Or, you know,
you've done both though?
Yeah, I've done both. Yeah, I made a fool of myself on the trials as well. So good. Right, I hope you enjoyed that.
Give it a go.
Yeah, let us know how you get on.
See you on the next one.
Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel and we'll see you on the next one.